practice shots in the semifinal match and 6 before this match, so he has made the decision to start the match. He says he's comfortable bowling against lefties. This is his roommate, and to add a little more pressure to it, Lawrence is on the bubble at the Firestone Tournament of Champions.
And the hook from Orange Fellow leaves the 3-6-10.
For Lawrence, it's a matter of trusting the ball. He had 12 gutter balls or channel balls or ballard balls, whatever you like, during the week with that swinging outside line, and it's a high-risk, high-reward type of shot. That time he didn't send it wide enough, has the 3-6-10 spare.
Wastes no time, Robert Lawrence. 29 years old, Scroggins 27, and as we indicated, roommates. So they'll have a lot more to talk about tonight in their travels to Grand Prairie, Texas. This should look easy, Nelson.
Well, he's loosey-goosey, and that type of style is just really conducive to high strikes and high rewards. Now we'll see how Scroggins is attacking the championship pair. He's playing the extreme outside line, but a really good approach angle. Look for his ball to be in this area. Look for his slide to be right in this area. Obviously he's starting here. Now what he wants to do, pretty straight approach, then start that ball wide, hang it on the edge. That's where he gets the best results, going for a double.
Gets it as those trying to stop it. You know, there's always sad news, but there's also happy news. Congratulations to our new fathers among the bowlers: David Houston, daughter Chelsea; Dave Ferraro, daughter Gabriella; PBA Hall of Famer Barry Asher; and Gable House General Manager Mickey Cogan, a daughter Carrie. Congratulations.
Almost had the thing right there.
Sends it wide, leaves the 10-pin. Robert Lawrence on the extreme left side approach has what I call the coast-to-coast shot. Cups that ball with his wrist, sliding over in the left channel, out to the edge, cross.
You probably should explain what that noise was, the ball going down the lane, Bo.
Well, Chris, he switched balls for his spares and threw a much harder ball, or higher surface friction ball, a lower surface friction ball, to cut down the hook. Just whipped it down there. It was hitting the thumb hole. Now let's see how Lawrence is attacking the championship. Look at this. He'll could be in this area and swing it in this area. Boom, boom, real wide hook. He must trust it.
That one.
As what's happening is the ball is not sliding enough in the first 15 feet for Lawrence to get the ball wide. It's actually hooking what we call early on the tour. It's not getting out to that break point. Now for the 3-10, get the ball in this area. Once again, we've seen this shot earlier today. Let the ball take out both the 3 and 10.
All right. That should give him some confidence because his roommate is hot. He's got a double up and be shooting in the third. Coming up, ABC Sports presents 4 of the biggest names in golf: Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Lee Trevino, Chichi Rodriguez in the Senior Skins game. Live coverage, except on the West Coast, begins next here on ABC Sports.
Scroggins, 2 in a row, leads by 11, leads by 13. Right now, 23.
A 3-bagger. He had 8 strikes in his victory over Mike Albee, 246 to 221.
Scroggins, who has never been in the winner's circle before. In fact, he's only made the championship round once before. That was in Las Vegas. He was the alternate one other time, 25th, and got to fill in. This is only his first television experience. He's on the threshold of taking a 33-pin lead.
And imagine his highest finish on tour was 14th in Denver. Mike Scroggins of Amarillo, Texas, fired up. We'll be back. of Amarillo, Texas, is bowling against another Texan, Robert Lawrence of Austin. With 4 strikes in a row, Scroggin leads this man by 33. Spare up 4th frame. Robert Lawrence was voted Mr. Clutch on the tour in 1990, but in 91 he struggled. He talks about his recent problems.
Well, I was having a lot of fun in 1990. I was real relaxed. I had a good breathing technique that kept my heart rate down and kept me real relaxed the whole time. I was real happy to be voted Clutch Player of the Year. In 91, I started pressing a little bit. I got tight, and felt like I got away from my game. And when I wasn't comfortable, I couldn't make the shots I needed to make in the 10th frame.
Crossing over, Robert Lawrence, leaving the 3-pin.
As Scroggins works the rosin over and has to be sitting there confidently as he knows his good friend and opponent, Lawrence, is lost on the left-hand lane. Fiancé saying, hey, you're doing all right through 4. 6 more frames, though. You got a tough cookie in Lawrence.
His late father owning a bowling center in Austin, which prior to that was owned by Hall of Fame football quarterback Bobby Lane in Austin. Man with 4 in a row. Here's a tough shot. Maybe.
You bet, Chris. When they've seen it a few times today, that ball just sliding by the head pin. If they don't catch it all, they leave that 3-7 split. And we've seen it converted one time today, and all he has to do is get that ball over in this zone, drive the 3 into the 7. 5th frame. His lead drops from 33 to 17 immediately and throws Robert Lawrence right back in the match. Now for Lawrence, who has had a little bit of different problem than some of the other players, the lefties, his problem is too much hook. The lefties haven't had enough. Lawrence has to just pick up his ball speed and he'll be right back in the match. Let's see how Scroggins recovers from his first Open on the championship pair in 1.5 games.
Great comeback. Mike Scroggins. Amarillo, Austin's Robert Lawrence now with a spare up.
Lawrence, the youngest of 7 children. Another man who is one of 7 children, Walter Ray Williams Jr. from local area, Stockton, had another good week.
Uh-oh.
A 310 on the right lane for Lawrence. Winner here to get $23,000, the loser $12,000.
You see how Lawrence is attacking this championship here. Look at how low he gets at the foul line. Good hand turn over the top of the ball, but just too much hook. As once again we saw the lefties with oil too far down the lane. For Robert Lawrence, he's having trouble because his ball's hooking too much. Trouble. Lawrence, who came through the regional ranks in 1989, he's a member of the Southern Region, won over $92,000 without bowling on the big tour, the national tour. Won most of that in the singles championship in San Antonio, a non-affiliated pro tournament, and over $40,000 on the regional tour. You look at the full approach. Lawrence has not even come close on this lane.
Using the full approach and leaving the 4-pin in a national scratch game championship. Netted him 50 grand, huh?
Both these players have won the national match game scratch championship down in San Antonio, Texas. A non-pro event pays $50,000 first, but right now it's the big money on the Pro Bowlers Tour.
Oh. Robert Lawrence is on the bubble for the Firestone Tournament of Champions.
You know what? Robert Lawrence is going to be off the bubble in a minute here, Chris, because Scroggins is going to put him away. This is just a tremendously big error when he's struggling, and he just opens the door for Scroggins, who has a 41-pin lead coming up in the 7th frame. A dejected Lawrence Scroggins can put him 51 pins in arrears.
The bowling fans in Sacramento. There are a lot of them in this establishment, the Mardi Gras lanes.
Scroggins, 6 strikes and 7 frames, 1 open. 51 pin lead can extend to 61 in the 8th.
Starting to become more animated now. 3-bagger. He opened with 4 in a row, and look at him. Can't in disbelief, Nelson.
14 strikes in the last threshold of his first title. Lawrence, a few cosmetic strikes here will make it look better, but he's not going to win today.
And of course, to get back into the Firestone Tournament Champions, he'll have to win again.
And he will. We have 12 more weeks before the Firestone. This is our 3rd week of 16 on the ABC Pro Bowlers Tour, 1992 version. Now Robert Lawrence, a potential 203 if he can strike out, finish with 5 in a row. Scroggins right now going at a 234 pace.
Doubles in enough, but
he won't give up.
This may be cooked.
Well, what Scroggins has to just watch against is the gutter ball. He doesn't even really need marks to win this match. He just has to keep it on the lane. I'm sure he knows the score, but the only thing that could possibly open the door for Lawrence would be a foul or a gutter ball.
Oh, he was awfully close on that shot.
Well, Chris, youthful, free spirit. He has won his first championship in classic style, defeating 2 great champions, Mike Albee and Robert Lawrence, and has opened up a spot for himself in the Firestone Tournament Champions in April. Possible 264.
Performing today like the nimble quarter horse. Documented so well in his hometown of Amarillo, Texas.
Well, Scroggins is the only one who came to play in the form that got him there. He averaged 254 on this championship pair during the qualifying games of 42 games. He hit the spare 3 times. He's going to average about 240 today.
Okay, you're looking at a very happy first-time winner. And he has won the ARC Sacramento Open. We'll return to Mardi Gras Lane.